Consider the experience of overcoming formidable challenges and obstacles, only to emerge on the other side with increased fortitude and wisdom. What would you do if you had access to a centuries-old source of knowledge that could help you navigate the twists and turns that life throws at you? In today's lesson, we will embark on a journey to discover the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Roman emperor and philosopher. We are going to learn how to build resilience and inner fortitude when we are confronted with the challenges that life throws at us through his ageless wisdom. It is common practice to refer to Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher and emperor of Rome, as the philosopher king. He was confronted with a multitude of challenges and difficulties, ranging from political upheavals to personal sorrows, but despite the fact that he was considered to be one of the most influential figures in the history of the world, it was during these difficult times that he wrote his profoundly introspective and perceptive book, Meditations, which he intended to use as a tool for self-improvement and contemplation. This well-known masterpiece, which contains his personal musings and observations, has inspired a great number of people throughout the ages by providing guidance on how to live a life that is both virtuous and rewarding. Resilience and inner strength are qualities that have become more important than they have ever been in today's world, which is characterized by a fast-paced and frequently uncertain environment. Change is something that we are constantly confronted with, whether it be in our personal lives, our relationships, or our careers. What if, however, we were able to acquire the skills necessary to navigate these shifts with grace and wisdom, thereby transforming adversity into an opportunity for personal development and growth? The text known as Meditations by Marcus Aurelius comes into play at this point. Marcus Aurelius, a man who adhered to the Stoic philosophy, placed a strong emphasis on the importance of cultivating one's own inner virtues and practicing self-control. He was of the opinion that we can triumph over external circumstances and maintain a sense of equilibrium and tranquility if we focus on elements that are within our control, such as our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Stoicism, in its most fundamental form, teaches us how to become the architects of our own contentment and wellness, regardless of the challenges that we face. In light of this, what kind of insight can we glean from this renowned philosopher? During the course of this presentation, we will investigate the contents of Meditations and discover 10 timeless life lessons that are intended to cultivate resiliency and inner fortitude. These insights will not only provide us with practical guidance for navigating challenging scenarios, but they will also motivate us to cultivate a more resilient mindset within our day-to-day existence. It is possible for us to become better prepared to deal with adversity, grow through our experiences, and ultimately lead a life that is more fulfilling and content if we apply the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. As we progress through these 10 lessons, we will gain an understanding of the significance of developing the ability to control our thoughts and perceptions, accepting the things that we are unable to alter, concentrating on the here and now, cultivating humility and empathy, and a great deal more. Whether you are someone who is going through personal struggles, professional setbacks, or simply looking for guidance on how to lead a life that is more balanced and rewarding, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius can serve as a powerful source of inspiration and wisdom for you. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel before we start, as this is something that we always do. Become a member to show your support for us and to become a part of our community. I have something special in store for those who stay until the very end. Maintain your strength and stay until the very end. The first lesson: taking control of your perspective. The insight provided by Marcus Aurelius serves as a powerful reminder of the necessity of being vigilant about our thoughts and interpretations. We are able to gain the ability to govern our emotional reactions and thought patterns when we acknowledge that our interpretations of events are not concrete realities, but rather personal viewpoints. This allows us to cultivate increased resilience and inner strength. Beginning with self-awareness is the first step toward gaining control over our thoughts and perspectives. It is essential that we keep a close eye on our thoughts and be able to identify instances in which we are caught up in unproductive or negative thought loops. As soon as we become aware of these patterns, we are able to make a concerted effort to replace them with perspectives that are more constructive and rational. Participating in daily mindfulness exercises is an effective practice that can be utilized to develop this characteristic. Our ability to observe our thoughts and feelings as they occur without undue attachment or reactivity is made possible through the practice of mindfulness, which entails completely submerging ourselves in the here and now without passing judgment on them. Through the practice of mindfulness, we are able to cultivate a greater sense of self-awareness and learn to recognize instances in which we ought to adjust our perceptions. Engaging in cognitive reframing, which involves challenging your thoughts, is yet another method that can be utilized to exert control over your perspective. In order to accomplish this, it is necessary to recognize any negative or irrational thoughts, and then to actively question and replace them with alternatives that are more rational and balanced. In the event that you find yourself thinking, "I'm a failure because I didn't get that promotion," you should make an effort to reframe the statement as follows: "Perhaps I didn't secure the promotion in this time, but my worth and capabilities are not determined by this outcome. I can derive insights from this experience and progress in my professional journey." As a final point of discussion, surrounding yourself with positive influences can help you improve your ability to manage expectations. Find friends, mentors, or role models who exemplify the values and attitudes that you want to cultivate within yourself, and seek them out. When you participate in activities and conversations that are uplifting, you can further embed an optimistic and constructive mindset in your mind. To summarize, gaining control of our perspective is a significant step towards developing the capacity for resilience and developing inner fortitude. Our mental outlook can be refined to embrace a more balanced and constructive viewpoint by engaging in practices such as self-awareness, mindfulness, cognitive reframing, and exposure to affirmative influences. Other practices include exposure to positive influences. Having this shift gives us the ability to overcome challenges and face the challenges that life throws at us with increased self-assurance and equanimity. Bear in mind that our perceptions are malleable and that we have the authority to shape them in accordance with our own benefit, as Marcus Aurelius so astutely emphasized. Lesson 2: acknowledge the things that you are unable to alter. It is important to love the people with whom fate brings you together and to accept the things that fate has brought you together, but you should do so with all of your heart. Among the most significant life lessons that Marcus Aurelius imparts to us is the significance of accepting what we cannot control and letting go of the things that we cannot change. Stoicism is based on this fundamental principle, which is also an essential component in the process of developing resilience and inner strength. We are able to direct our energy toward what truly matters: our thoughts, feelings, and actions when we learn to accept the unpredictability of life and accept the circumstances that are beyond our control. We are able to find contentment and make peace with the present moment through the practice of acceptance, despite the fact that life will inevitably bring us both highs and lows. We are able to liberate ourselves from the burden of worry, anxiety, and frustration when we let go of the need to control things. This makes it much simpler for us to face difficult circumstances with grace and wisdom. In order to establish this frame of mind, you should first recognize the aspects of your life that are beyond your ability to control. Practice accepting situations, events, or circumstances that you have no control over by compiling a list of them and practicing accepting them in their current state. By participating in this activity, you will be able to become more aware of the distinction between what you can control and what you cannot control. This will enable you to let go of unproductive attempts to change things that are beyond your control. Developing the skill of detachment is yet another method that can be of great assistance. Recognizing and appreciating the transient nature of life is an essential component of detachment development. We are able to cultivate a more balanced perspective and learn to accept the natural flow of life if we come to terms with the fact that everything is ephemeral and subject to change. Whenever you find yourself in a difficult circumstance, it is important to remind yourself that this too shall pass, and you should make an effort to approach it with an open heart and mind. Meditation can also be an effective method for fostering acceptance of oneself and others. You will be able to gain a deeper comprehension of how you respond to the challenges that life presents if you make it a habit to set aside some time every day to relax your mind and pay attention to your feelings and thoughts. The increased self-awareness that you have can make it easier for you to recognize when you are having difficulty accepting things that cannot be changed, and can also assist you in adopting a more receptive mindset. One of the most important aspects of developing resilience and inner strength is learning to accept the things that we are unable to change. By cultivating a more balanced and receptive perspective toward life through the practices of awareness, detachment, and meditation, we can achieve this transformation. Embracing this mentality not only allows us to face adversity with grace and wisdom, but also enables us to appreciate the beauty and richness of life, as eloquently expressed by Marcus Aurelius in his quote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." Lesson 3. Simply be present. Marcus Aurelius advises us to do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. This advice emphasizes the significance of immersing ourselves in the present moment and avoiding becoming ensnared by regrets from the past or uncertainties about the future. The cultivation of a profound sense of inner tranquility and contentment can be accomplished by focusing our attention on the here and now. This allows us to take part in the abundance that life has to offer. When we bring our attention to the here and now, we experience a multitude of benefits, such as a reduction in feelings of stress and anxiety, an increase in our awareness of ourselves, and an improvement in our mental health. By cultivating mindfulness and living in the present moment, we give ourselves permission to engage with our feelings and experiences in a way that is unrestricted by recollections of the past or concerns about the future. Because of this increased awareness, we are able to delve into the innermost parts of ourselves and our surroundings, which in turn encourages personal development and the exploration of one's own identity. Through the practice of mindfulness meditation, one can cultivate the habit of being entirely present in the moment. Observing your thoughts and feelings without passing judgment on them is the practice of this type of meditation, which allows you to completely submerge yourself in the here and now. In order to begin this meditation, all you need to do is find a place that is quiet, assume a posture that is comfortable for you, and focus your attention on your breathing. As your thoughts and feelings come to the surface, acknowledge them without passing judgment on them, and then gently redirect your attention to your breathing. It is possible to perform this ritual for as little as 5 minutes per day, but it will have a significant impact on your overall health and wellness. The practice of incorporating mindful activities into your daily routine is an alternative method that can help you sharpen your focus on the here and now. This could include activities such as mindful eating, in which you savor each bite by paying attention to the flavors and textures of the food you are eating, or mindful strolls, in which you pay attention to your surroundings and the sensations that your body experiences as it moves. An increased reverence for the present moment and a deeper connection with your thoughts and feelings can be developed through the practice of mindfulness, which can be combined with activities that are considered to be everyday. Consider setting aside a portion of each day for the purpose of engaging in self-reflection and evaluation. The act of writing in a journal can be a powerful tool for processing your experiences, feelings, and thoughts, which can help you become more mindful of the here and now. You will be able to gain invaluable insights that will guide you toward being centered in the present and making more conscious decisions as you move forward if you examine your day through the lens of introspection and identify recurring themes in your thoughts and behavior. Lesson 4. Teach yourself to be humble and to have empathy. When you are about to criticize someone, you should ask yourself the following question: which of my shortcomings is the most similar to the one that I am about to criticize? The development of resiliency and inner strength requires the cultivation of essential virtues such as humility and empathy. Developing stronger relationships, cultivating a more compassionate mindset, and cultivating greater self-awareness are all things that they assist us in doing. A quote attributed to Marcus Aurelius serves as a reminder that before passing judgment or offering criticism to other people, we ought to first examine our own shortcomings and make an effort to comprehend the experiences and emotions of those who are in our immediate vicinity. The act of acknowledging that we are not infallible and that we can gain knowledge from other people regardless of their status or background is an essential component of the practice of humility. But we become more receptive to feedback and personal growth when we adopt a humble attitude, which enables us to overcome challenges and adapt to new circumstances in a more effective manner. It is important to make an effort to listen more and speak less in order to cultivate humility in your daily life. It is also important to pay attention to the thoughts and viewpoints of other people and to be open to the possibility that you may be wrong or that you may have something to learn from them. Also, be willing to acknowledge that you have made mistakes and accept responsibility for the actions that you have taken. Being willing to expose yourself to potential danger can assist you in maturing as a person and developing a mindset that is more resilient. Empathy, on the other hand, is the ability to put oneself in the position of another person and make an effort to comprehend their emotions, thoughts, and experiences. You can become more resilient in the face of adversity by developing the ability to connect with other people on a deeper level. This ability can help you navigate difficult situations and strengthen relationships. To cultivate empathy, it is important to engage in active listening when having conversations with other people, to give them your undivided attention, and to make an effort to comprehend their point of view without passing judgment. In order to encourage more in-depth sharing and to demonstrate a genuine interest in their experiences and feelings, you should ask them open-ended questions. In addition, engaging in acts of service or volunteering can assist you in developing empathy within yourself. Providing assistance to other people, particularly those who are struggling or in need, can result in a deeper understanding of the experiences and feelings that they are going through, which in turn can foster a more profound sense of compassion and empathy. Building resilience and inner strength requires a number of essential components, including humility and empathy. The development of a more compassionate and humble outlook on life can be accomplished through the practice of active listening, the engagement in self-reflection, and the participation in activities that foster compassion toward others. Lesson 5. Practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude can bring about a multitude of positive outcomes. People who regularly express gratitude have been shown to experience increased happiness, improved mental health, stronger relationships, and even better physical health, according to a number of studies. People who are grateful have a tendency to be more optimistic, have lower levels of stress and anxiety, and are better equipped to deal with challenging circumstances. You might want to think about beginning a gratitude journal in order to incorporate gratitude into your day-to-day life. Make it a habit to record 3 things that you are thankful for each day, regardless of how big or small they may be. The purpose of this straightforward exercise is to assist you in shifting your focus from the unfavorable aspects of life to the favorable ones, which will enable you to recognize and appreciate the positive aspects of life that are frequently overlooked. Expressing gratitude to other people is yet another way to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Spend some time expressing gratitude to all of your loved ones, friends, and co-workers for their support, kindness, and understanding. Not only do you strengthen your relationships with other people when you acknowledge the value of the contributions they have made to your life, but you also strengthen your own sense of gratitude within yourself. In addition, make it a habit to reflect on the challenges you've overcome, as well as the achievements and accomplishments you've achieved. You can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for the experiences that have shaped you by acknowledging your personal growth and the lessons you've learned. This can help you appreciate the journey you've traveled and increase your appreciation for the journey itself. The practice of mindfulness can also contribute to the cultivation of gratitude. By focusing your attention on the here and now, you will be able to recognize the insignificant pleasures and joys that you typically overlook, such as the feeling of the sun's warmth on your face or the sound of someone you care about laughing. By taking the time to savor these moments, you can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for the straightforward gifts that life has to offer. Enhancing your overall well-being, cultivating a positive mindset, and building resilience are all powerful outcomes that can be achieved through the practice of gratitude. It is possible to cultivate a more profound sense of gratitude for the numerous blessings that life has bestowed upon you by keeping a gratitude journal, expressing appreciation to other people, reflecting on your own personal development, and engaging in mindfulness practices. Lesson 6. Transformation of obstacles into opportunities. According to Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is a powerful lesson that demonstrates that adversity does not have to be a roadblock, but rather a pathway to personal growth and self-improvement. We can cultivate greater resilience and inner fortitude by reshaping our perspective on challenges and setbacks. This will allow us to triumph over even the most challenging of circumstances. The ability to overcome obstacles has the potential to stimulate personal development in a variety of different ways. They act as crucibles because they allow for the development of novel skills, the accumulation of experience that is invaluable, and the discovery of deeper layers of one's own potential and self. Furthermore, coming out on top of adversity can instill a heightened sense of self-assurance in us because it demonstrates that we are capable of facing challenging circumstances and emerging stronger on the other side. To begin the process of recasting adversity as a springboard for learning and advancement, it is necessary to adopt a growth-oriented mentality. The foundation of a growth mindset is the conviction that our capabilities and intelligence can be developed through unyielding commitment and strenuous effort. When you are faced with a challenge, you should question yourself about the abilities or insights you can acquire from the experience and how this can contribute to your development as a more capable and resourceful individual. One more method to view adversity as a precursor to personal development is to develop the skill of reframing pessimistic thoughts. This is an additional strategy. When confronted with a challenging situation, it is important to make an effort to identify the negative emotions that arise as a result of the situation and to proactively transform them into affirmations that are more positive and empowering. When you find yourself thinking, "I'm not well equipped to manage this endeavor," for example, reframe it as this is indeed a testing juncture, yet it beckons a chance for me to learn and evolve. This will help you reframe your thoughts and make them more constructive. Additionally, it can be beneficial to draw inspiration from the experiences of other people who have overcome challenges and fostered personal growth. Immerse yourself in the lives of renowned figures, delve into biographical accounts, or engage with podcasts delving into narratives of individuals who confronted formidable odds and exploited them as stepping stones to ascendancy. This collection of illustrative examples serves as a powerful demonstration of the latent potential for development and transformation that is inherent in every challenge. In conclusion, when you are struggling with adversity, you should think about enlisting the assistance of friends or professionals in the field of counseling. By surrounding yourself with a network of people who are supportive of you, you can receive invaluable motivation, advice, and perspectives which will enable you to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. An essential component in the process of developing resilience and inner vigor is the practice of viewing adversity as a crucible for personal development. Through the adoption of a growth-oriented mindset, the perfecting of thought reframing, the drawing from inspirational wellsprings, and the utilization of a support network, we are in a position to reframe challenges as opportunities for acquiring knowledge, growing and refining ourselves. Lesson 7. The happiness you experience in your life is directly proportional to the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius places a strong emphasis on the significant part that rational thought and logic play in our overall experience of happiness, as well as our capacity to triumph over challenges. We are able to make decisions that are more informed, better manage our emotions, and face challenges with greater clarity and resilience when we allow reason to guide both our thoughts and our actions. Because it enables us to evaluate a situation in an objective manner, recognize potential solutions, and weigh the benefits and drawbacks of each alternative, rational thinking is an essential component in the process of overcoming challenges. We are able to reduce the impact of impulsive feelings such as fear and anger, which frequently cloud our judgment and cause us to make poor choices, if we approach challenges with a logical mindset. Critical thinking skills can be developed through practice, which is one way to develop rational thinking. To accomplish this, assumptions must be called into question, evidence must be evaluated, and alternative points of view must be considered. When you are confronted with a challenging circumstance, it is important to take a step back and ask yourself what assumptions you might be making, whether there is sufficient evidence to support your beliefs, and whether there are alternative explanations or solutions that you might have overlooked. Engaging in regular self-reflection is another method that can be utilized to support the development of rational thought. In order to acquire a more profound comprehension of our motivations, biases, and thought patterns, it is possible for us to periodically examine our thoughts, beliefs and actions within ourselves. Because of this self-awareness, we are able to recognize when our thinking may be influenced by emotions or false assumptions, which enables us to redirect our thoughts toward an approach that is more logical and grounded in reality. In addition, it is essential to develop the ability to regulate one's emotions, as intense feelings frequently get in the way of rational thought procedures. Creating the mental space necessary for logical and clear thinking can be accomplished through the use of techniques such as mindfulness meditation and deep breathing exercises. These techniques can help you manage your emotions more effectively. Last but not least, you should think about looking for opportunities to learn and develop your ability to solve problems. Participate in activities that present a mental challenge, such as putting together puzzles, playing games that require strategy, or taking part in debates. These experiences have the potential to help you improve your ability to think logically and expand your capacity to respond to challenges with rationality and determination. Through the process of overcoming challenges and developing resilience, it is an essential component. The development of a more rational mindset that enables us to face the challenges that life throws at us with greater clarity and success can be accomplished through the practice of critical thinking, the engagement in self-reflection, the management of emotions, and the honing of problem-solving skills. Lesson 8. Cultivate a state of inner calm. In his famous quote, "The soul takes on the hue of its thoughts," Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the significant impact that our thoughts have on our emotional equilibrium and the tranquility that we experience within ourselves. The cultivation of inner tranquility is essential for the development of resilience and the maintenance of emotional equilibrium. This enables us to face challenges with greater efficacy and to maintain composure in the face of adversity. Peace within oneself is significant on a number of different fronts. In the first place, it enables us to deal with stress and anxiety in a more effective manner. If we are able to find solace within ourselves, we are in a better position to deal with the pressures and uncertainties that life invariably brings our way. In addition to reducing the likelihood of experiencing mental health issues and improving overall well-being, maintaining this emotional equilibrium can serve as a protective barrier against burnout. The second benefit of having inner peace is that it enables us to think more clearly and make rational choices without being hindered by the turmoil of our emotions. We are able to approach challenges with a heightened level of clarity and concentration, which enables us to generate solutions and strategies that are more effective. Participation in activities that bring about feelings of pleasure and relaxation is a method that has proven to be effective in the cultivation of inner peace. Among these could be activities such as spending time in nature, participating in hobbies, or cultivating relationships with people who are important to you. Refilling one's emotional reserves and fostering a sense of equilibrium and tranquility can be accomplished by making self-care a priority and participating in activities that are soul-nourishing. To a similar extent, the development of healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with stress and negative emotions is an essential component. The practice of deep breathing exercises or participation in physical activities such as yoga or strolls could fall under this category. Through the use of these techniques, tension can be released and emotional equilibrium can be restored. As a final step, you should think about incorporating an attitude of gratitude into your daily routine, as was discussed earlier. Developing a more optimistic outlook and cultivating inner peace can be accomplished by directing one's attention toward the positive aspects of life and expressing gratitude for the blessings that have been bestowed upon one. I applaud your perseverance if you've made it this far. Because so many people have given up along the way, you should consider yourself to be strong. Leave a comment that says "Dare me" here in the comments so that I can find out who is the most powerful. I have no doubt that you will remain until the very end, given that you have made it this far. Lesson 9. Exercising detachment. Regardless of what other people think or do, you should always cling to what will bring you spiritual fulfillment. Within the context of this lesson, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to cultivate a sense of detachment from the happenings and conditions of the outside world by concentrating on our own internal values and evolving spiritually. It is possible for us to cultivate greater resilience and inner strength rather than looking for validation or satisfaction from sources that are external to ourselves. The advantages of detachment are numerous and varied. We are able to keep our sense of equanimity and emotional stability even when confronted with difficult circumstances or adversity, when we are able to detach ourselves from the situation. Additionally, it assists us in avoiding becoming overly attached to outcomes, possessions, or the opinions of others, all of which have the potential to make us feel stressed, anxious, and disappointed. Becoming more aware of your thoughts and how you react to things that happen in the outside world is the first step toward cultivating detachment in your day-to-day life. Pay attention to how you react to different circumstances and make it a habit to observe your feelings and thoughts without becoming overly attached to them. You will be able to recognize when you may be overly invested in external circumstances and make a conscious effort to redirect your focus inward as a result of this increased self-awareness. Reminding yourself on a regular basis of the transient nature of life is yet another valuable piece of advice for practicing detachment. Recognize that the things you own, the kind of relationships you have, and the circumstances you find yourself in are all subject to change, and that it is ultimately pointless to seek happiness from these sources. As an alternative, you should make it your goal to achieve inner fulfillment and contentment by concentrating on your own personal development, values, and spirituality. The cultivation of detachment can also be facilitated by the development of a robust sense of identity and an understanding of one's fundamental values. When you have a crystal clear understanding of what is truly important to you, it is much simpler to let go of external factors that might not be in alignment with your values. When making decisions and taking actions, it is important to take some time to reflect on your fundamental beliefs and use them as a guiding force. Last but not least, make it a habit to regularly engage in spiritual or reflective practices such as prayer, daily journaling, or meditation. Your connection with your inner self can be strengthened through the use of these practices, which can also help you feel more detached from the influences of the outside world and encourage you to place a greater emphasis on your own personal growth and spiritual development. One of the most effective methods for developing resilience and inner strength is to engage in the practice of detachment from the happenings and conditions of the outside world. Developing a sense of detachment that enables you to face the challenges of life with greater grace and equanimity can be accomplished through the cultivation of mindfulness, the acceptance of impermanence, the comprehension of your values, and the participation in spiritual practices like meditation and yoga. Lesson 10. Move forward and to avoid indulging in fantasies about having what you do not currently have within your possession. Instead, you should evaluate the primary blessings that you already have, and then, with gratitude, think about how much you would miss them if they were not there. In this ultimate lesson, Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the significance of unyielding determination and continuous progress in the process of overcoming challenges. We are able to continue progressing and developing even when we are confronted with difficulties if we maintain a growth mindset and direct our attention toward the blessings that we already possess. Because it enables us to overcome challenges, gain insight from failures, and persevere in our pursuit of our goals, determination is of the utmost significance in the process of prevailing over adversity. Through the cultivation of resiliency and inner fortitude, as well as the honing of the skills and wisdom necessary to face upcoming challenges, we are able to maintain an unwavering momentum. Beginning with the establishment of well-defined and attainable goals that are in accordance with your values and passions is the first step toward maintaining motivation and a growth-oriented perspective. The ability to see clearly what you want to accomplish can act as a compass, guiding your attention and keeping you motivated even when you are confronted with obstacles or failures. Your motivation will be maintained if you break down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps and acknowledge your progress at each stage of the process. Developing a compassionate attitude toward oneself is yet another method for maintaining motivation. When you are struggling with a problem, it is important to remember that failures and obstacles are natural parts of life and to treat yourself with compassion and kindness. When you cultivate self-compassion, you are able to maintain a constructive attitude and maintain the motivation to persevere even when you are confronted with circumstances that are challenging. Additionally, developing a growth-oriented mindset and bolstering your motivation can be accomplished by surrounding yourself with a community of people who share your values and beliefs. Make an effort to find people who share your values and goals, whether they be friends, mentors, or support circles, and draw motivation and encouragement from the accomplishments and paths they have traveled. And finally, make sure you schedule time in your schedule for regular self-reflection on your achievements and progress. Recognize the obstacles that you have overcome, the skills that you have acquired, and the personal growth that you have experienced along the way. It is possible that engaging in this reflective practice will help you develop an unbroken sense of momentum, which will motivate you to overcome obstacles and pursue your goals. In order to overcome challenges and develop resilience, it is essential to keep one's determination unyielding and to make continuous progress. By establishing crystal clear objectives, engaging in self-compassion practices, surrounding yourself with supportive people, and engaging in self-reflection on your journey, you can maintain your motivation and keep moving forward in spite of the difficulties that life presents. We have just accomplished a journey through 10 significant life lessons that were extracted from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, which provided us with a roadmap to construct resilience and inner fortitude. We have been bestowed with invaluable knowledge as a result of these lessons, which have taught us how to direct our perceptions, accept the unchanging center on the present moment, cultivate humility and empathy, exercise gratitude, use adversity as a catalyst for growth, adhere to reason, and cultivate inner serenity, embody detachment, and maintain unending progress. It is imperative that you leave a comment below with the word "dare" if you have made it this far. Through the incorporation of these ageless teachings into our day-to-day lives, we have the ability to foster personal development, triumph over challenges, and pursue lives that are more purposeful and meaningful. It is essential to keep in mind that developing resiliency and confidence in oneself is a process that continues throughout one's entire life, and that putting these lessons into practice requires time, practice, and dedication. By turning to the insights of Marcus Aurelius and making an effort to incorporate the principles that he articulately shared in his Meditations, you will not only cultivate greater resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity, but you will also unearth a heightened sense of inner tranquility, purpose, and fulfillment. This is because you will be able to integrate the principles that he articulated in his meditations. As we come to a close, I would like to encourage you to reflect on these 10 lessons of life and think about how you could incorporate them into your own life. If you are about to embark on this journey of self-exploration and personal development, it is important to keep in mind that the sage advice of Marcus Aurelius will continue to serve as an everlasting compass that will direct you through the challenges of life with poise, wisdom, and determination. A link to the book Meditations will also be provided in the comments section for those individuals who are interested in purchasing it. In the eloquent words of the esteemed Stoic philosopher, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. As you weave these lessons into the tapestry of your daily existence, you have the power to influence the caliber of your thoughts, fostering the resilience and inner fortitude essential for prospering in a world that is ceaselessly evolving. I wish for you to find the fortitude, motivation, and transformation that you seek through the wisdom that Marcus Aurelius has bestowed upon you. May your journey toward resiliency and inner strength unfold as a journey of profound self-discovery, contentment, and unending joy. Keep in touch with the person who created it,